At some point, talking in the car kind of stopped. Not because of the reason that you think either. Now our car rides are filled with K-pop demon hunters, constant questions, a lot of noise, and honestly, car rides to me are peaceful. It's kind of a place where I just relax. But our silence when we're in the car alone is probably a little different to you, I'm assuming. Or I know it is.
Yeah, it is boring for me, I guess. I'm an overthinker anyway, so when it's too much silence, then I just overthink.
Yeah. Well, and I think that's kind of like what a lot of people go through is that, like, I feel like for me, silence isn't like distance, but I mean, comfort, like, we do talk. Like, we just went on a trip and there was a lot of car riding and we talked and stuff like that. Or we played music. We didn't have to listen to K-pop demon hunters all the time.
I don't think we listened to K-pop demon hunters
Not one time. No. So, but I think for us that it's, for me anyways, it's that comfort knowing like I don't have to constantly be talking. I know it is nice. So since we started our channel, we do talk more in the car than we have before. Um, and really, we've always had kids. I mean, there was a 9-month window we didn't have kids.
Well, I mean, we had kids because we had my son.
Well, that's
time,
true,
but
he was quiet too, for the most part.
He was a teenager quiet. At the point at that time, so he had his headphones in and didn't want to talk to us anyway. So
yeah, so I think that silence isn't always a bad thing, but I know one of the things that we it's comforting to you to have that conversation in the car, and I know that it when I'm just like
he's driving, looking out the window, and I'm quiet. Sitting like this, staring out the window.
Yeah, dead quiet. That it starts to become a little awkward.
Yeah.
So what is it exactly about the silence that makes it awkward or for you?
I mean, I don't mind some silence, but sitting in a car for hours on end and not talking at all is, I just get bored. I get bored staring outside, which the trip we just went on, there was no silence because it was, Mom, I'm not connected to your hotspot. Mom, I'm hungry. Mom, can you go to the bathroom with me? Mom, can you get me a snack? It's constantly. So the silence wouldn't have been bad. But I think for me, it's just
So what you're saying is you have a little ADHD because you can't sit down quietly for just a little while.
I probably do. I think everybody does. But I crave like that interaction, and when I think we're in the car just by ourselves, like we don't ever get a lot of time just by ourselves. And so like I just want to talk and check in and catch up.
But we're
I mean, we literally live. Yes, we're together all the time.
We do everything together. It doesn't matter. I mean, she almost wiped my butt.
But it's just like you want to just check in. It's like a check-in point. Like, how are you doing? Oh, how are you feeling about this? Or, what do you think about doing this? Or, it's just kind of like a time for you and I to have a check-in point. And when it's just silence, then I'm like I think like, okay, well, what would you think about this? And maybe that's dumb. Maybe I shouldn't say, and like going through the last year we've gone through, starting the end of 2024, like I am not comfortable in silence because my mind sends me down a path of rethinking things.
I mean, I do think that's kind of where like men and women definitely are different.
Oh, for sure.
Because, like the times I get up in the morning and it's just quiet, it's like the most peaceful time for me.
Yeah.
Or like riding in the car, it's really quiet and I'm just kind of like, I'm going through, I mean, obviously I'm going through scenarios in my head, but they're probably nothing like what you think they would be. But yeah, it's definitely different. Like, women, I'm not trying to make this a gender thing. So, but women, want the social aspect of like just about everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like riding in the car, you want to ride with someone and have that banter back and forth, and not that we don't, because we do.
Mm-hmm.
Just
It's
everything.
just an emotional connection. It's like
Yeah.
having, like, the women are more emotional, and so we want that emotional connection with our partner where we're connecting on levels more than just a physical connection or whatever. We're connecting on, and I think that's where women want that. And don't get me wrong, I do like silence too. There's a lot of times I get overstimulated when there's so much going on around me, and I'm like, I just need, like, when we got back from this trip, like sitting in the bathroom in the peace and quiet, I was just like, oh, this is nice.
Well, it's so loud. It was so loud anyway. So, and it's always. It's not as loud right now just because the kids are being quiet or whatever. But it's usually loud and chaotic and things like that. So, it's nice to sit in
Yeah.
silence and stuff like that. But I still don't think that silence is anything bad as far as like we're sitting in the car and we're not talking. And it'd be different if we were constantly not talking at any part of the day, or if we were fighting or something like that. That's a different story. But when that's not the case, I think it's nice. It's really nice to have. And I'm sure like the thoughts that go through your head sometimes are like, and even mine too. It's like, what is she thinking? What is he thinking?
Mm-hmm. Or like you have an idea about something, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna bounce this off, of you and get your idea or your input or whatever. But then I'm like, oh, he's probably enjoying his peace and quiet, so I don't want to. And then half the time I forget what I was gonna tell him or had whatever idea it was because something comes up, and
that's usually my role, is forgetting.
I'm the I get sidetracked and
So I think we both could agree that obviously we talk a lot because we're doing our channel stuff, and we talk about
together 24/7.
Yeah, we talk about videos and which videos we're going to do and which videos we're not going to do, and you have a channel that you do, and so we're constantly talking about those types of things, and I think that, but we both can agree that science is good sometimes. Science is, talking is good, and that's just kind of where we're at.
Yep.